The world our teens are growing into is not only different, it's changing faster than any point in history. AI is reshaping jobs, degrees don't guarantee careers, and the only constant is change itself. So let's ask the real question. What type of teen thrives in a world that's always changing? Or more importantly, how do we raise one? If this is the kind of conversation you want more of, the kind that lifts the lid on homeschooling in today's world, go ahead and like this video and hit subscribe. We're building a movement here, one future-ready family at a time. Now, behind this question of raising a future-ready teen, there's something a little bit more. There's a quiet tension that we don't actually like to talk about out loud. Am I still qualified to guide them? What if I'm missing something big? And what if they end up unprepared and it's all on me? And that's the fear, isn't it? That the future is changing faster than we can actually build for it. But here's the truth. You don't actually need the perfect roadmap. You need to raise a teen who can walk into the unknown with confidence, purpose, and grit. You don't need all the answers. You just need to be able to raise a person who knows where to find them. Now, you've probably seen those lists. Top 26 skills of 2030, must have AI literacy, soft skills versus hard skills. It's a total blur. And as a parent, it's really overwhelming because just as you get your hands on one set of skills and you start working on that, it all changes again. There's something new. So here's the shift that we're offering. Instead of trying to tick off every little skill, what if we could actually narrow it down into 5 categories? The kind that don't go out of date, the kind that hold all of these shifting skills, the kind that shapes who your teen becomes, no matter what the world throws at them. And this is what we're calling the 5 pillars of future readiness. And this isn't a curriculum, it's more like a compass. So first off, we've got tech leverage. We're not saying that your teen needs to become a programmer, but they do need to speak the language of tools. Because in every field, from farming to finance to fashion, technology is no longer optional. Tech leverage is about raising teens who know how to use what's in their hands, not just to scroll on it. It's about turning tools into creativity and knowing that AI cannot replace you if you know how to partner with it. Some of the skills that this holds would be AI fluency, digital design, automation tools, building versus consumer mindsets. And this is really knowing how to use technology to give you an unfair advantage in the world. So secondly, we've got critical thinking. In a world flooded with opinions and information, our teens need to know how to think really well. Critical thinking is about discernment. It's about asking better questions, not just getting faster answers. It's how your teen learns to solve problems that don't have a page number. It's what gives them mental agility when nothing is clear. Some of the skills this would hold would be research and reasoning, evaluating sources and bias, solving open-ended problems, and making smart decisions under pressure. So in a world of infinitely available knowledge, this is really about knowing what to use and when to use it to solve the problem at hand. Thirdly, we've got grit and autonomy. And if we've learned anything from the past few years, it's this. Things change, plans collapse, and life gets weird. Grit and autonomy is about raising teens who don't give up and don't need to be handheld through every little challenge. It's the ability to keep going even when motivation runs dry. It's learning how to set your own goals and also how to recover when they don't work out. Some skills that this would hold would be self-motivation, time ownership, persistence, and emotional regulation. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other skills you have or how passionate you are as a person if you can't actually stick things through when the going gets tough. Then fourthly, we've got outward mindset. Now, in a world of hyper-individualism, this might be the quiet superpower. An outward mindset is about empathy, leadership, and being useful to others. These teens don't just want success, they want to create value. They show up and they lift the people around them. Some of the skills in this category would be communication and listening, conflict navigation, contribution mindset, and leadership by influence. And this is really where the fail-safe is for your teen. Because if you can become someone who creates value outside of you, you're always going to be in demand. People are always going to need you around to solve the problems that the world has. And the fifth one is context and remixability. Now, success won't come from knowing one thing really well. It'll come from knowing how to mix what you've learned into something new. Context and remixability is all about creative synthesis. It's where innovation lives. These teens see connections others don't. They move across different fields and they reinvent themselves as the world shifts. Some skills this would hold would be cross-disciplinary thinking, creative projects, flexible use of knowledge, and curiosity and experimentation. Now, this is really what's going to future-proof your team, because they're going to learn how to reinvent themselves time and time again. And that love for learning is really going to fuel them to always be able to be relevant and add value at that point in time. Now, you might be wondering where to start with your team. Now, we've put together a free quiz that really helps you to pinpoint what is the weakest of these 5 pillars that your team can start working on right away. In just a few minutes, it'll show you which of 5 pillars your team could focus on first, and plus, it'll give you practical hands-on ways to start building it today. So check the link down below to get access to that, and remember that clarity is not about knowing everything, it's about knowing your next step. So let's swing right back around. What kind of team thrives in a world that's always changing? The kind who's been built, not just taught, whose foundations are made of thinking, resilience, curiosity, and courage. The kind who sees challenge and says, okay, let's figure it out. And that starts here, with us, with you. Now, to every parent out there who's wondering, am I doing enough? Am I preparing them for what's coming? You don't need a finished plan. You just need to raise a team who knows how to build one for themselves. And if that's the kind of team you want to raise, then you're in the right place. Because this is what we're building together. A generation of creators, of thinkers, and of builders. Not ones who fear the future, but ones who can shape it.